Start streaming.
Yeah, I'll get you.
Damn, where'd it go?
What does this do?
What's up, everybody? This is Faulty Logic podcast number 95. 5 away from 100. We've been doing this for 667,000 years.
We're really old.
We are really old, and my sound is on my phone. Just turning that off real quick. We got Marcos. We got Diana.
He kicked me.
We got me.
I did.
This is us. We're the fucking cream. Motherfucking rises to the motherfucking top.
To the top.
I feel like my camera's too close now.
We'll fix it when we get back to the...
Okay.
Because I can't tell right now because we're on this thing.
It's like zoomed in.
Fucking cameras can never be fucking right. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's like too close to my face.
Do-do-do. 95. We've been doing this for
95.
157 years.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, you can push it
Been
back
a
a little
long
bit.
time.
Push it back a little bit. There you go. Drop it down just a tad. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Well, a little bit, but it didn't stay.
Oh, shit. Fucking.
Come on, view.
There you go. That way you don't see the top of the... Or you could put it on top of the Zodiac book and then lower so you
I
see...
that.
Zodiac.
My shit ain't catching up, man.
Now you can
Still waiting for you.
lower... nope. Too high. Yeah.
Where am I?
The fuck?
Lower. No, you need to like
Oh, this is wrong shit.
raise the back part up
Okay. Hold
and
on.
then lower
God, we
that part. Yeah, the
Should've done this before.
nope.
I'm looking at the ceiling.
You know what? That's good. That's good right
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yep. You're gonna have to go with that.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
Perfecto. All right, man. So this is like podcast 95.
We're professionals.
We're trying to keep this thing under fucking 18 hours because last week we started
It
at
was a lot.
9 p.m. Didn't finish till fucking, I don't know, 8 p.m. the next day.
Yeah.
War does that too, man.
It fucking does. Oh, yeah. Last week we were supposed to talk about the Thin Red Line, but...
We got real caught up with music, and we can talk about music.
Music does that too, man.
Yeah.
we never got to the war
we
movie.
There's two things that do that to a man. Music and war.
Wait.
And women.
And also that.
Or
Where the
men,
fuck is this shit at? Why is it not showing up?
depending if you're,
True. True that. True that.
That shit pissing me off. I'll tell you what.
Oh, I like your new background. Yours?
Yeah.
I like that.
Cityscapes.
It's just a view, you know.
Gotta get one that it's like a plain
I'm darkness.
slidey.
I'm vengeance. I'm
I don't
Batman.
know. Like a
I'm Batman.
cityscape that kind of moves throughout the city.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
They're out there, man, but it was hard to find one that
Yeah,
was gonna work.
it's kind of hard to find what you want because it's going to show you 1,800 other things that aren't what you want.
Yeah.
Because
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Dude, I don't know why I can't find this shit. You got it as 95, right?
We've been watching. It's on YouTube.
I'm on
If
YouTube.
you go, it should just be like that first one that pops up.
It's just not the first
Well,
one.
it says only one person's watching right now, but
That's
yeah.
me.
The first
I'm
one that
watching
pops
also.
up is
Oh.
94.
Well, if you just click on the videos, the uploads, it should
Oh
be
yeah.
there.
Is it no? Still nothing.
No. It's so weird.
So maybe if you go back
Dude.
to like the original YouTube and then.
I might have to search them again because I was already on here for a while. So let's try. Because it shows them. Look, it shows the.
Shows it's live.
Yeah. But how do I get to the fucking live?
Maybe. I don't know.
God damn it. Son of a.
Randy. I'll just send you the link and email, and you can
Yeah, it's
open it.
definitely not showing up on his.
It's weird.
That is
That is
fucking
kind of
weird.
strange.
Let's do that. I'll just run.
That is not a good angle of me. Good Lord.
Algebra editor.
There you
What
go.
do you mean?
I emailed it to you.
It was not a good angle when I was leaning over to look.
Emailed.
Email.
You like my new glasses?
Fuck, I wish I worked. No, I don't wish
No,
I
you
wore
don't.
glasses. Yeah,
No, you don't.
you're right.
They suck. It sucks that like your eyes just don't work.
Which is a weird thing to think about.
I
It's
used
one of
to
those
have
things
eyes.
that because it doesn't affect me, it's kind of hard for me to comprehend. That's just how it works. That's how it be sometimes. Fuck you, Diaz.
I'll never understand like people who have perfect eyes that don't need glasses.
That's just how.
Because like I take
Out
these
here
off,
in these
I can't see
streets.
shit. My eyes are so fucking bad. Poor Sophia.
Well, you know what?
Our poor
It's
daughter.
better than
she
seeing the
she
darkness
she has to wear glasses now, so it's like.
and the evil.
And you know when you're a kid, like she gets fancy glasses. When I was a kid, no.
You got the BCGs?
I got the fucking. They were gigantic, and I look like a fucking.
Did you have to wear the
nerd.
BCGs in basic?
No, because I got LASIK before I went to the military, so I got it a couple of years before, and my eyes were fine when I joined. So thank God. But yeah, a couple of the girls had the BCGs, and good lord, that name is so fucking accurate.
They don't have them anymore.
They don't.
Yeah, which
They
is
look like
fucking-
mine now. This
fucking
is what they
crazy.
issue them.
Fucking
Shit that looks like
goddamn,
mine.
goddamn millennials complaining about shit. Fuck.
Tell them. Amen.
Fucking millennials. You know, like here's the thing about.
I'm not a
millennials.
millennial.
Here's the
We are
thing about
all three of
millennials.
us millennials.
Nah.
We're millennials, but we're like the older millennials.
We're like the cusp of the Gen X
Oh, my shit.
millennials. We're the Zennials, is what they call them, the Xennials or whatever.
We're the last generation that was
because
fucking
we were
legit.
born like I was born in '84.
Oh, it's my
You were
bottle.
86. You were 85.
Five.
So I mean, we're like on the cusp of like the beginning of the millennial bullshit. We're the older millennials. It's a little different for us.
We're the last generation that went outside and played.
versus like the ones
right.
that were born in the 90s.
It's like, oh, I didn't
early
go outside and
90s,
play
you
because
know?
I went outside and
Cried.
got on my cell phone and played fucking Snake or Candy Crush.
Snake.
That fucking goddamn game Snake. Jesus, we were on the computer playing what is it? Minesweeper?
Oh, the fucking.
That game. Nobody
Clicky.
knows how to play it. Nobody knows how to play
Just
it.
click a bunch of random shit.
I understand the concept.
I
but
did not.
It's you click on something and you'll say like 3. So of the surrounding fucking 6 boxes, 3 of them have bombs. So you can't click on the bombs.
Fair enough.
That was.
That was the extent of it.
But it's like
We had what, the MySpace, we had the ICQ or AIM.
I miss AIM honestly.
You know, we had the dial up, we had the fucking landline still. We grew up learning about cell phones. We grew up about learning the internet.
I miss AIM. That was the shit. Like middle school, you get home from school, you go log on. That shit's like, you hear that door open when your friends get on. You're like, oh fuck, who is it? Hopefully it's a girl I like, and it's just a fucking some
It's just
random fucking
it's just your
person.
fucking friend. Like, oh,
Hey man,
you're
why
a boy.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Fuck you, cuz.
You know, I actually
Joke's on you. I didn't have
they
friends in high
closed
school.
they closed AIM down a couple years ago, but a year or so before they closed it down, I logged back on. Like I downloaded it and logged on. And there's some people from back in the day who shit like never logged off. So they may have not been on it for like 12, 14 years at that point.
What if they
Yeah.
died?
Well, it's someone I knew. Like,
Really?
yeah. Well, they didn't. They just.
Oh, I thought they died. I was like, God damn, that's creepy, dude.
No. It's just someone
They're
who
still
it
sending
just-
messages?
It just says that they're logged on and that they're away or whatever it would say. It's like, I guarantee
Oh,
this
because
person.
you could set up like the away messages
Yeah.
too. Like, I'm in a meeting. Like,
It's just
what 15-year-old is in a meeting?
it's just weird that like this person hasn't been on this thing for probably 14 years.
Vision.
14, 15 years and it still says that they're online just away.
I'm sorry, I'm away. Somebody is using the phone right
This
now.
15-year-old wants to
my-
go places.
My internet isn't working right now because somebody's on the phone. I remember that being on there and fucking being like, oh, I'm going to go on fucking ICQ because I used ICQ.
I did too.
And fucking, I'm going to go use this. And then my brother would get on the phone because, you know,
And then
he
you get
was
kicked off.
he was a fucking popular asshole. And yeah, he kicked me off and I'm like, oh, God damn it. There's like 3 people in the world that I want to talk to.
Or I had MSN Messenger. That was another good one.
Oh,
I had
yeah,
that
I
one.
forgot that one. Forgot about that one.
MSN. What happened?
I
to
liked
them
ICQ because it had flowers.
No,
I'm assuming they got bought out or
they
some
did
shit.
get
by
bought
somebody.
out. Because it used to be like MSN was an NBC thing.
Elon
MSN
Musk probably bought it,
Nah.
like back in the day, with his
That was before his
parents'
time,
loan.
you know what
It
With his
was.
parents' loan.
I mean?
Well, I didn't realize he did that shit with Tesla. Like he didn't create Tesla. He just fucking
No.
bought it when it
He
was
bought
really
it, yeah.
fucking.
He, like people like to tout him as, and no fucking beef towards him. I think he's a weirdo, but I mean, he's done a lot of good shit, but I guess I don't fucking know anything about him. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know anything about him, but I mean,
he part of PayPal or
he was. That's how he got rich.
He fucking like. I hate when people take these really rich motherfuckers and act like they started from nothing to get to where.
Bottom. Now we're
like
here.
your dad owned a fucking emerald mine in South Africa.
This started in a fucking garage, and this started, and I seen that meme.
A garage with the loan of $400,000.
Thank you, exactly, and it's like. Meanwhile, the rest of us are starting from loans that we had to get from banks with high interest rates. These motherfuckers, it reminds me of a fucking Drake song, Started from the Bottom. And it's like,
your
no,
fucking dad was a musician. You were on Degrassi.
You were on Degrassi. You had a salary at 15.
Yeah, but
when most people didn't have salary.
How you get on Degrassi? You know what I mean?
But you know,
because he started from the bottom.
Because he was in a meeting. Away in a meeting during those fucking MSN chats
on AIM, you know. So
that kid had drive.
You know, like you hear that song from Drake too, and it's like all boring shit. Like, oh, you got to return your mom's car. Oh, that's so bad, dude. Oh no, what are you gonna do with your life? That's so rough.
Fucking Drake.
Fuck you.
I'm getting tripped out, man.
You're a fucking groomer.
It's like my window shot. This is real. In case you guys are wondering, this is what I see from my living room.
No, yeah, we totally live in a penthouse.
It's like
I live in a graveyard.
It's like washed out, but there's one little strip. I don't know, it's here or here that is super clear.
I know.
You see that shit?
It's because the background part. I mean, so in your totally legit house.
Yeah, in your penthouse.
The background isn't all the way. I can actually probably fix it real quick.
Because look, hey guys, I'm looking at.
So
I look at this view every fucking night.
You live in space. He lives in a fucking fancy penthouse, and I live in a graveyard.
God, we
should probably fix this.
Just watch your screen real quick.
I fucking look here when I'm fucking thinking.
Watch your screen.
Okay, let's see.
Oh wait, what's going on? I'm gone.
Oh, wait, what the fuck?
What just happened?
Because the picture was too big.
Oh.
I mean, the background,
okay. Damn,
and now
look at that view.
There's probably not a clear space anymore.
The clear space is gone.
It's a little weird that I live in a graveyard.
I mean,
but I guess if you know me,
par for the course for your character.
I was about to say, if you know me, I guess that's
because
right.
we're playing characters in this. We don't really act like this. We're like upstanding Wall Street bankers.
You guys got to understand.
I'm a vegan and a CrossFitter. You can tell by my amazing physique.
You guys have to understand. There's real life Marcos Nunez and there's faulty logic Marcos Nunez.
This is vegan beer.
Two different people.
Okay.
Whoa, that was fucking weird. Hold that back up again. It's like you can kind of see the.
Oh, you can. I saw that.
Because it's blue, so it's close to green.
Oh, that's
damn.
weird.
Let me see. This one does. No, this one doesn't do
that's
it.
That's too blue.
Damn, that shit.
Yeah, put it in hers. Put it in hers.
Oh my god,
put it in mine.
It's weird.
Put it in mine.
Oh.
Yeah, I see the moon behind.
Yeah, you can see it's a little red when you hold it up.
That's weird.
Oh, my face disappeared.
Disappeared.
It's a good show on ID channel. Disappeared. Obsessed with Disappeared.
Discovery.
Also a very good podcast. Obsessed with Disappeared.
Disappeared.
It's the one I listen to pretty religiously.
So why does mine blur? Is it the camera?
That is kind of like hazy a little bit. I think. Yeah, probably. And
it's hard to tell because
it is.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me try.
I like this because the microphone is like blocking my double chin.
No, I think it's just the actual like resolution. On the
there's a
camera.
finger.
It is right. Yeah, I'm just.
If we had a higher definition camera, and maybe because it's kind of further away.
Yeah, I just cleaned it.
Like mine is probably the same, but because it's moving, you can't really tell.
Yeah. Well, even in the past, yours shit looks pretty clear.
Yeah.
It's probably honestly the camera.
Yeah.
Mine actually doesn't look that bad.
And I think we're not too, because I can.
Mine actually doesn't look that bad now. With
no,
the
yours
background,
looks decent.
like it looks good now. I still want to get like a new new webcam, but it looks okay.
Like you you actually look fine, but it's just the background is like kind of hazy.
You look photoshopped.
Well, it's just because Tucson is just kind of foggy tonight.
It's
that weather for the time of
wind, man, kicking up all that dust, dude.
season. It's monsoon season, so there's a lot of
That's just the pollution in Arizona going on.
You're actually you're in Gotham City right now, so everything's just on fire.
Great.
Yeah.
I have a mansion in fucking Gotham City, man. Gotta worry about all these fucking criminal motherfuckers. Like, you can't get away from them.
So speaking of, like, we started watching the Batman. We're about 16 hours in.
The movie's long, man.
It is a long movie. Batman is not a good detective.
Sad man.
At all. He's very sad most of the time.
Oh, Fred.
Catwoman looks like she weighs about 92 pounds.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how much she weighs in real life. So.
You look it up. It says 113. I'm not here to
believe
body
that
shame,
shit.
but
Yeah, bullshit.
that means you weigh about 10 pounds less than me, bitch. I'm not buying it.
It's okay.
I'm not buying it. And
I guarantee in real life she's like this
she's
fucking
5'2".
tall.
She's 5'2". I believe that. She's
5'2",
5'2".
fucking tall ass high heels.
She's very small. Very small. I'm not willing to believe
I feel like
she's going to be
fucking-
taking a 6 foot, 200-pound dude down.
What's her name in real life?
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, Kravitz.
She's
I
gorgeous.
I bet Lenny
She's-
Kravitz is like fucking 5'5" or some shit.
She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. Like, she's great in the role.
pretty.
Otherwise, like, she looks great in the fucking role.
She's no Anne Hathaway.
Ugh, thank God.
What do you mean? Anne Hathaway was the best.
She's
She's
no
no
Halle Berry.
Halle
Eartha
Berry. Halle Berry.
Well,
She's
yeah,
no
Halle
Eartha
Berry
Kitt.
It goes.
Was Eartha Kitt Catwoman?
She was Catwoman back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
She was like the first live action Catwoman.
I think
Michelle Pfeiffer will always be my favorite. I just like how she played her.
Michelle Pfeiffer's.
I
just
like how
thought it
she
was
played her,
weird how
and she
got-
also put a live bird in her mouth. So I was like, she's committed to the role. Cool,
I
good
just thought
for
it was
you.
weird how
That's
she gets
fucking
killed
disgusting.
and gets revived by a bunch of cats. And shit, that was
Licking her and
that was
shit.
Yeah.
strange.
They're all peeing on her.
That was
that's
it was-
comic books for you.
It was kind of gross,
I mean, shit.
but
All right, he's about to refresh his drink, and as soon as he comes back, we're gonna move right into
the movie.
Band of Brothers,
Oh
episode
yeah, Band of Brothers,
1.
episode 1. Curry.
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 Welcome, Curry. Welcome, Curry. Curry.
So yeah, I don't know if everybody noticed. I got a new microphone stand, new headphones. I'm real happy with them.
This is how we roll. Out here, dog man, eating my skull. Out here, dog man. OJ the Juice man. And we got hand stamina and hand
I like the red ones because they take the bestest.
cheating off little Daryl or what was his name?
Little Daryl. Short but shorty.
Show bus shorty. Show bus shorty. Show bus shorty. Walk up.
Walk a dog across the street. Walk a old lady. Walk
Walk it.
right.
Text.
1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Walker.
Brick,
Walk up,
what
flame.
is it?
Walk
We're
up,
about to
walk
get
up, flame.
copyrighted for that shit.
So that just
My
means we're good
bad.
singers.
That's right, man. I know. It's like, yeah, they sound just like the real thing.
Y'all are really threatened, huh?
Walk up, flame. Walk up,
Walk up,
flame.
walk up.
All right, how much time are we at right now?
We're at 18:24, so
Oh,
a few
we're
minutes
good.
past the. No, we're a few minutes past the mark, but
All
that's
right,
okay,
so-
not by a lot.
We decided because we're doing war movies, we're going to start watching an episode of
Band of
Panda
Brothers.
Brothers a week or a podcast because it's not necessarily every week.
Yeah.
So the first episode was called Curahee.
Curry.
Curry, son.
So Band of Brothers came out 2001 on HBO. Probably the best war show.
Absolutely.
Not even probably like.
It absolutely
It's definitely
is.
one
It's
of the
fucking
fucking-
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's probably the best war
Every
show.
A-list fucking actor showed up in this goddamn fucking
I mean,
show too.
Trying to think
A-list,
of
B-list,
another
and C-list actor.
war show.
Can't think of one.
Pacific.
comes-
I mean,
I mean,
So
the Pacific
you have
was
the Pacific
good.
but the same fucking company. It's like a sequel, basically.
Pacific
Yeah.
was good, but there was something missing from the Pacific that the Band of Brothers had. Like
The cohesion and the real feel.
there was
Yeah.
There's
just
parts of the Pacific where I'm like, who the fuck is this
there.
character again?
It wasn't as engaging. It wasn't as engaging as Band of Brothers. Like you watch Band of Brothers, and as soon as one episode ends, you're like, I need to watch the next one to find out what fucking happens. And this is even after like your third or fourth watching of the fucking show.
For real.
400th.
Or
I've
in
watched
your
it fucking
case-
a
Real,
lot.
bruv.
Or in your case, yeah.
Bruv.
But
Hey, bruv.
I've seen it a bunch of fucking times, and every time I watch it, it's like watching it new again. And that's how you know it's good, because you can appreciate newer shit with it
And it looks
every time you fucking watch it. And it looks great.
I think the part that makes it puts it above, one of the parts puts it above Pacific, is so it was all filmed in England, so the locations looked real.
Yeah.
A lot of parts in the Pacific, I feel, were like a green screen kind of
I hate that fucking
studio.
look.
I mean, goddamn.
I know.
Warehouse
I know
kinda
you have
thing.
some of it in Band of Brothers, but
fucking green screens. You know what I mean?
yeah, fuck them green screens.
But,
man.
like-
no, I don't actually.
But with Band of Brothers, for the most part, everything was actually filmed
Yeah,
in a certain location.
you tell
I can't boop my microphone.
like with the old
anymore
dude in the
with my
bike, you
nose.
know, like that's definitely over there.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I don't like
But
that.
there's
I
parts
can't
where-
boop my nose on my microphone anymore, and it'd be squishy.
It's actually kind of hard to kind of point out or figure out parts that were green screened. But in the Pacific, there's parts where they're on a Nate, because it's the Pacific, obviously.
Well,
So there are parts on the ship where
Yeah.
they're looking over the side of the ship of the fucking.
And you can just tell.
yeah, it's like they're not looking at the fucking sunrise or sunset. They're looking at a fucking
A green
screen, like what they have in other places, not us. 'Cause
I don't
we're
know.
in legit
I don't know why
places.
you're pointing to my graveyard. This is totally real.
You guys don't understand
You
the
just
darkness
don't-
that dwells
you just
inside
don't
my soul.
Get it? Like, this is the cheapest real estate I could find. Don't fucking judge me.
But yeah, so episode 1, it starts with the soldiers of the 81st Airborne, Easy Company, 506
Easy company.
something. They're getting ready to jump into France.
Battle. Oh.
They're all getting their face painted, getting their haircuts, getting their mohawks.
So, you know what it reminds me of is it's like drag queens getting ready for a show. They're getting their makeup on. They're getting their hair did.
A little bit more life and death with these people.
A little bit.
Just
Just a
just
tad.
a smidge.
Just a smidge.
Depends
You
on
know,
where you're drag queening at.
I was about to
guess.
say, it depends.
But these guys getting ready. Everyone's kind of
They're
got that
getting
look.
ready for the show.
They're getting that look like, oh
this
fuck,
show
this is about to get
be
real,
deadly.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Lieutenant Meehan, I can't remember the guy's name. I know it in real life. I just can't remember it right
We
now. 'cause
know
of
all
drinking.
these actors, like,
He was on the show Terra Nova.
from
Used to be on
everything.
Fox, but he's like, easy company, gather around.
Easy company.
There's a lot of fog and rain. The jump is pushed off 24 hours. So then they go to the movie. They're in watching some old 40s movie, and they all have that look on their face like, I just want to get this. Like, kind of looks like
I just want to
wanna-
get this shit over and
yeah,
done
like
with.
let's just get it
Yeah.
started. Like they're not going to postpone forever, so let's go. And then Major Winters or Lieutenant or Captain Winters
Lieutenant.
Winters at the time.
Yeah.
He walks out with Captain or Lieutenant Nixon, and they start talking about back in the States. Oh, it's 5:00 in New York, 4:00 in Chicago.
Happy hour.
And
3
then
o'clock in Los Angeles.
they bring up well, what's his face, but they don't say who it is, and they're like, oh yeah, and then
that
flashes
fucking
back
guy.
2 years ago
years.
to Camp Toccoa or something
They're
like
in
that.
Camp
training.
Toccoa in Georgia.
In Georgia, when it was
Georgia, Russia.
Second Lieutenant fucking
Hey, you Lieutenant.
Winters. They're all in formation
You know, Dances with Wolves is a war movie. Why didn't we put that on the list?
Yeah.
because we already got.
That's like
Fuck.
4 hours long.
We
so-
already got a list.
So they're all in formation. That's when Lieutenant Sobel comes out, fucking
He's
Ross,
such a chode.
Sir, yes, sir. Ross.
and he's fucking already walking with a fucking purpose. It's funny because I already
He
tell
had
like
fancy hair.
we're all already more in depth describing this movie than or the show than any other movie you've ever been.
Yeah.
I don't know why we haven't just done like a Band of Brothers podcast series.
I'm pretty
at
sure we
this
talked
point.
about it a while back, but
And we've
it never
talked
went
about
anywhere.
not.
We
yeah.
we could definitely do like series. Like,
which
just-
we've also talked about in the past. But
Yeah.
we never. Really
but we've never.
It's
followed through.
easy for Band of Brothers because I've watched so many times. I can recite this fucking almost.
That's
line
me
for
with
line.
Sopranos
Yeah.
and Game of Thrones. Like both of those, I could fucking probably tell you what happens at 18 minutes in season 2, episode 3.
I know the 47th
You know,
word said by
it's
Aria Grande.
Aria
Ariana Grande was like,
Anyhow, back to the movie because we're on a time limit because we're trying not to
show.
do 4 hours and 17-hour.
we got some time. I'll let you know. Oh, well, you got the timer going on there too.
Well, mine's different because I was already streaming.
We're at
before.
24:30 right now. So
Okay, 24:30. So we got about 10 minutes left, I'd say.
yeah.
So anyhow, so it shows how big of a shithead Captain Sobel was. Like
He's
he's
a
going
joke.
through like, Private Percante,
Paces
are you
Percante.
fucking blousing your boots? He's like, no. He's like,
I see a crease,
yeah,
you bitch. You lie.
You're not a fucking paratrooper yet.
Weekend revoked.
Revoked. He goes the fucking.
Shit.
He should have made it really
Who's the next
operatic.
person? He's like, Malarkey.
Malarkey, doesn't that mean bullshit?
Doesn't that mean bullshit in
I
Irish?
see
Isn't that
dirt
slang?
in your rear eyesight. Revoked. Liebgott. He pulls out his fucking goddamn bayonet. It's like, this
It's
is rusty. Do you want to go kill Nazis? Like, yeah, I wouldn't let you kill fucking Nazis with this. And he walks out, throws on the ground.
No, that shit's still sharp. It went through the dirt. You
Yeah.
saw that
Yeah,
shit?
right?
And like we said, watching it, it's
Tripping,
like,
bro. Tripping.
I'd stab a Nazi with that because it's going to give them lockjaw before they
Like,
die.
what if you don't kill them to, like, kill them? Or you stab them to kill them, you stab them to maim.
And then
And then they gotta suffer the rest.
Oh,
fucking
you
of the
do
day,
like
you know
a
what I mean?
like a fucking Komodo dragon.
or
kill,
you
dude.
or you
Oh,
just
yeah.
cut them. You just cut them and watch them slowly walk away as you follow them.
yeah,
While they
for like
die
3 days,
from
while,
poison.
and then they're fucking dead.
so
I don't know what I was doing with my arm right there.
For real, for real.
for real. So he's like, everyone sucks in this company, easy company, all passive revoked. We're
Fuck
going
y'all
up.
hoes.
We're running up Currahee.
Heek.
So
Which
then
is
they
what,
all-
3 miles up, 3 miles
Yeah.
down.
So he's like, PT gear, go fucking run. They
He
all go
essentially
change.
said, "Fuck you, hoes! You're running
Basically.
a shitload, bitch, in these non-Nike motherfucking shoes."
They had fucking zapatitos, dude, like botitas.
They did, yeah.
Like, yeah, that shit.
It was like old
Nah,
school
you
dance
know-
or fucking like fancy shoes and
Yeah.
shit.
They're like tap dancing shoes.
So they're all running up.
You know, just getting blisters by the second.
Everyone's fucking looks miserable because it's hot. They all go back down.
They're in Georgia, so you know it's humid.
Oh fuck! Couldn't even imagine because it looked like it was summer. I think it was summer when they did the.
Yeah, I
showed
think
the-
so.
Fuck! God, fuck, that would suck.
Yikes.
And their tents ain't got no fucking AC.
They ain't got no
obviously.
AC back then because we didn't have climate change back then.
Not true.
You know,
True.
it wasn't as hot.
So they go back
That's
down. Once they're back down, they it shows their fucking march. They're doing their fucking 12 mile Friday night march. And
God, yeah.
that's
fuck
when Abraham from
First floor,
Walking
get some
Dead,
drinks.
which is I'm trying to remember his name now.
Michael Cutlets.
No, the character they played.
Michael Cutlets.
What the fuck was his name?
Cutlets.
Bull Randleman. Lieutenant or Sergeant Randleman.
Michael Cutlets.
He's like, Lieutenant Winters. Does fucking
I got a question.
Lieutenant Sobel hate us? He's like, no, he just hates you.
All right, fair enough.
So they get back to the camp. They've just did the 12-mile hike, and Sobel's like, hey, I want you motherfuckers to
Empty your canteen.
empty your canteen. So they're pouring the canteen out, and fucking Magneto, his name is
James McAvoy.
no, it's Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender.
But his show,
Shit.
not Richardson in the show. It's
Oh, that was him.
what the fuck was his name?
Fucking.
Either way, whatever
I don't
the
know.
fucking character's name was in the show, it's Richardson or something like that, or not Nicholson. That's gonna bother me.
Jack Nicholson.
Sergeant,
Dixon?
whatever. It's something son. I think it's got something son at the end. Whatever.
Nixon?
No, Nixon was the.
No, that's the other
lieutenant.
guy.
He drank from his canteen on their 12-mile hike or
Who
march.
wouldn't?
Exactly. It's fucking humid as fuck. So
It's
then,
hot.
so then Captain Sobel's like, or Lieutenant Sobel's like, do it again. Fill your canteen up. Do it again.
That's when you're just like, man, fuck you.
And then
But
Lu-
you're going to do it anyway
Yeah.
because you have to. Like, God damn it.
And then Lieutenant Sobel goes to tells Lieutenant Winters, find 6 infractions from these people and have it on my desk by 1 a.m. He's like, what infractions? Exactly. So pick some people, goes to the next day. I think that's when they're doing the spaghetti.
So they get
No, they got
Sobel gets promoted.
Yeah.
by old fucking mustache dude.
That's Colonel Sink. Colonel Sink.
Colonel Sink.
So he gets promoted
Sit
and he
down,
was like,
son.
hey, we're going to promote Winters too. Why don't you do it?
He would enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, sorry. And he'll really appreciate it coming from you.
Coming from you.
So he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to go fucking be
Sure.
abusive as shit
I'm gonna
first.
be a dick about it. He
I'm gonna be a
fucking
dick about it.
contraband.
It's like, let me make a
I'ma-
point first before
I'ma
I
do
give this
it.
motherfucker's rank.
I'm going to do it,
Shithead.
but I'm going to be a dick about it.
So he goes through all the fucking Easy Company shit, finds a bunch of contraband, and he's like, "Oh, Lieutenant Winter is with me."
Oh, hey, BT dubs, bruh.
BT dubs.
Colonel Sink found you fit to be promoted to first lieutenant. As such, you will be my executive officer, and you're going to be a mess officer. Yeah. It's going to rain tomorrow, so we'll have
light duty.
It's going to be a light day.
They're going to be in the fucking classroom learning shit and stuff.
We're going to give them
we're going to give them a light
lunch.
Day. You know?
It's going to be a fucking great time, bro.
I really like spaghetti.
Yeah, for real, bro.
That's when you know, like, all right, I'm not trusting shit you say. They're getting salad, bro. Like, no, they're not. They're not getting anything carb heavy.
So it goes the next day. They're all getting their spaghetti, which looked good.
And it did look good.
And they're fucking devouring it. It's not even spaghetti like Picante said. It's
Picante, but this is fucking
noodles with ketchup on it.
Yeah, it's army fucking noodles with ketchup, and they're all fucking devouring it. And that's when fucking Sobel kicks the door down, like, get everybody up. Easy companies, run up Curry.
It's time to run.
So they fucking start running.
Man.
Fucking throwing up.
So I can not relate to like the fucking somebody forcing me to do this, but I did eat a can of SpaghettiOs before a PT test one time, and I threw up all over myself. It was the worst fucking thing ever.
Wasn't smart at all.
It was not smart.
So they're going up, everyone's throwing up, and they start doing their fucking
They start doing their fucking cadence,
like Jody song or whatever.
Yeah, their Jody song, yeah.
And then Sobel's like, huh?
He's all butthurt about it.
Yeah.
Fucking dickhead.
And in the meantime, they're kind of, it shows them doing training, like jumping out of airplanes, or like doing like obstacle course and shit like that.
And he looked all scared jumping out of the airplane at first.
He did. That's when you first saw it. Like, oh, now you're not a badass, huh?
Okay. So he's really good at teaching. So it's like that saying, it's like those who can do, those who can't teach.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
so
that's
they
exactly
do their actual final jump where they jump out of a legit airplane. And then the next scene is they get their jump wings.
I would still be afraid of a giant bird flying into me.
I mean, it could happen.
Or me flying into a bird. So
they get their jump wings, and then it goes to their like next field training thing. That's when you kind of realize that Sobel is terrible as a field leader.
He is awful. Like, he can't implement his own training.
He looks so fucking lost.
Yeah, he doesn't know he didn't know how to read a map.
Oh, shit,
he can't read a fucking map. Yeah. So they get captured, like in the training.
It must have not been part of the training that he was doing.
Yeah,
reading fucking maps.
No, definitely not.
He didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
They get caught, and then they're getting ready to actually go to wherever they're going to go. So they get a new lieutenant.
Fucking Minch.
I can't remember his fucking name. The short guy. Harry Wells. Lieutenant Wells. I think it's Wells.
We'll go with that.
They're on a train going to New York. That's when they figure out where they're going. They get on the boat to England. They're going to England. They get to England. They're doing more training. There's a part where they have to go. I don't know what kind of training they're doing. Just, field training.
Yeah.
And Sobel fucks up again. Can't read a fucking map. He's a whole grid off. There's a fence, and the Easy company soldiers are fucking with him. They're behind a bunch of trees, and then one of them acts like Major Horton, who's the company commander or whatever, because he's in London. He's not even there, and like, what the goddamn hell's going on? And
cut the fence.
Yeah, so they cut the fence.
Yes, sir. Where's my goddamn wire cutters?
Yeah, cut the fence.
Oh, did you go over the part where like they get caught initially when they're in that little fucking trench?
The training that they did, kind of went over briefly. Like that's how when you realize he's not good as a field like commander.
Oh,
like
you can tell. Let's go. Because
he's like,
let's chill here.
He's like, where are we at? Where we got to go? And he's like, winners, what do we do? And we should stay here.
Yeah,
we've got good cover. If the enemy comes, we can get them. He's like, no, we're gonna get your men and go out and go.
Let's go get them.
Yeah, so they get caught.
Dumbass.
So yeah, he cuts the fence. Winters is doing his part where he's like showing them, they get to where they're going to go, catch the bad guys, do their T maneuver. And that's when you see, hi-ho, Silver! And that's when he comes. And next scene, like Lieutenant Colonel Strayer, I think is this guy's name. He's like, who told you to cut the fence? Major Horton.
There's just cows everywhere.
Major Horton, huh?
I love that part with the little fucking Brit dude on the bike. He's like, oh, you captured me.
Hey, Yanks.
Major Horton's like asked him like 4 times, like Colonel Strayer's like, Major Horton said that, huh? Major Horton gave you those orders. Major Horton said to do this. And he's like, Major Horton's in London.
He's on leave, bro.
It's like, oh. So he's embarrassed. That's when he fucking...
he decides to take a personal attack
Yeah.
against fucking...
He fucking goes
What's his face,
after
Winters?
Lieutenant Winters, saying that I gave you new orders. You didn't follow them.
Yeah.
And it was
I
just
never-
like by 15
He's
minutes.
like, I never got
bitch.
that message.
I don't
Bitch.
have a phone in my house. I don't. The runner never found me. He's like, well, you should have fucking known anyway. Which is
Like, you
fucking
piece
stupid.
of shit. And you could tell like his look that he kept giving, like, oh yeah, you know.
Yeah, just accept your punishment or take
okay.
this. You can
This court-martial.
request appeal by court martial.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll take that pen and sign for this.
He
appeal.
took it right out of his
Yeah.
fucking
It
hand.
was
I like that.
excuse
done with
me,
your
sir.
bullshit,
Let me take your
motherfucker."
pen, bitch.
And that's when you can kind of see, like, Sobel's like, oh, fuck, I fucked up a little
This
bit.
is the only episode with him in it, right?
No, he's in a couple
yeah.
of them.
He's in a couple. Oh, okay. Just like flashback.
35
types.
in.
No, he's.
Oh no, he shows up.
Yeah, he shows up a
Yeah,
couple
he shows
of
up.
them.
That's right. That's right.
So,
3-5 in.
all right, so they, in the meantime, Winters is like reassigned to not a latrine, but mess hall duty. All the NCOs are like, I cannot follow this fucking guy into war because he's such a terrible field commander.
He's awful.
Yeah.
So they all signed their thing saying we're resigning our commission, or not commission, our
Or fucking
non-commission,
yeah,
whatever, I guess. whatever.
non-commissioned officer.
That's what it was. That's
So they turn it in, then they get called in front of Colonel Sink, and he's like, God, you fucking shot! This is goddamn mutiny!
it's all pit.
He
So
has,
he's all
he has a
pissed.
little bit
Transatlantic
transatlantic
shit.
accent.
So he gets the
he
one
sounds like
guy's
a radio
like, "You."
announcer from the 40s.
You're out of my company. Get your shit and get the fuck out.
Get out.
Sergeant Haney, you're lucky I'm only busting you down to private.
The private.
I want to know how he decided on their
There's probably a
punishment.
reason. It just, the show, I mean, it's
Just-
not that big of a deal because you don't see those guys ever. The guy that left, you never see him. You never
Yeah.
see Rainey again either.
It was just weird. It was like those two got fucked, and then the other ones are like,
They're
"All
probably
right, have a nice
lower,
day."
the newer ones in it. So,
Fair enough. Yeah.
and the rest of them is like, if we weren't on fucking the eve of the greatest fucking military something, I'd have fucking hung you myself or some bullshit like that.
Like, all right, man.
So he's like, get out,
Do
they
what you do,
leave,
fool.
and he brings in Sobel to his office with fucking Colonel Strayer there
He
too.
gives him a drink.
He's like, you did a fucking great job. You're so fucking
Training
awesome.
easy
man.
company. Goddamn
You're
great job.
fantastic at training, dude. Like you're great.
You're so good. This Easy Company is the best company I've ever seen.
You're
Yes,
doing
sir.
such a great
By the
job.
way, I'm gonna go ahead and reassign you to Jump Foley School, where you're gonna teach
BT
fucking
dubs.
doctors and chaplains to jump. I'm losing easy. Yeah, you are. Who's gonna replace me? Lieutenant Meehan. And then fucking Colonel Strayer opens the fucking door and like get
He
the
didn't
fuck
even
out.
finish his
and they're like,
drink.
"Dan, get
Yeah.
the fuck out."
Yeah,
dude.
that dude was like, BT dubs, you're getting reassigned, bro.
BT dubs.
Sorry.
So
I like how he takes a sip of the drink that he gives it.
So he leaves, like he's driving off, and fucking Winters gives him a salute, and you can see that look of like, "Fuck you, you
Yeah.
shithead."
He was shooting daggers at him.
Oh yeah. So then
Damn, man.
Yeah, he's trash.
They
Piece of
get-
shit.
I feel bad for how it ended for him, but I mean,
yeah.
god damn.
So
Again, like I said before with a certain someone, you can't treat people like shit and then expect karma not to bite
It's
you
like
in
the
the
saying
ass.
goes, right? You wrote what you saw.
Yeah. You rope what you saw.
so then it gets to they're back to where it is kind of the beginning
You
of
rope
the
what you sow.
beginning of the episode where they're getting ready to jump and shit gets canceled. You find out that Garnier's brother died because what the fuck is the guy's name whose wife sent that shit to him?
Johnny.
Johnny Martin.
Yeah.
His wife sent him letters with all the shit of people like
Yeah.
dying. Garnier's brother died.
Garnier, he reminds us of a dude that we used to work with.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say his name,
Same
but
way.
yeah, they had the same like accent,
same-
same personality. Like
Underbutt.
it was hilarious. Like saying him, and I'm like, oh my god, he reminds me
Rochester,
of
New York, where I was born. The
Shit.
butthole of the fucking earth or some
Yeah,
shit.
I'm no rocket surgeon, but yeah, he'd always say that shit. I'm like, are you okay? He has like a PhD now, though.
Oh shit.
He's actually super fucking intelligent. He's just Sorry,
So
keep
back
going.
to the episode.
Sorry, I diverted.
So they get the shit ggets postponed. Comes to the next day. That's you kind of meet the Neil McDonough's character, Lieutenant
Sam.
something. I can't remember his Lieutenant whatever. It's the guy who ended up convicting Sirhan when the guy who killed Robert Kennedy, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. Really?
Yep. He
That's
became a
kinda cool.
prosecutor.
That's kind of cool.
You meet him. He's a good character. One of my better favorite characters of the show.
I like Neil McDonough, like the actor. Like he seems like a cool dude.
And then the next day, they load the plane, get ready to jump.
Shit is so
They're on the
stressful to
plane.
watch.
Ooh.
That's when the episode ends. Like they're flying in. They're flying in.
That shit is like, chills down your
Yeah.
fucking spine because you
Compton,
know it's about
Lieutenant Compton. That's his
Lieutenant
name.
Compton.
Compton, straight out of Compton.
I'm terrible with names, so
Straight out of
I've watched it
Compton.
so many
remember.
times. I've watched it so many times.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of stuck with me. But yeah, that's
It's
the end of
like-
the first episode where they're flying. You get the
It's-
speech, little text speech from Eisenhower.
Yeah.
Like,
Dwight, he's the one.
the
that-
Supreme.
He used to wear women's
Commander.
underwear, right?
oh, wow, maybe.
Did he?
No, that was one of the Roosevelts.
I mean,
Well,
Anyway,
so yeah, that's how the episode ends. And
Anyway.
the next episode begins with them
Anyway.
fucking flying in. So we'll do that one next time. I don't really want to rank it. I'd rather rank the whole show.
no,
Yeah,
I don't think we should rank it.
we'll do
I
it
mean,
at the end.
But
This
there's
show-
episodes that are better than some of them. Like
This
this,
show,
yeah.
all
This is a good
together,
episode.
this show all together is like top tier.
There's certain episodes that just fucking hit you, man. Like
Yeah.
right in the
episode,
goddamn
Yes.
episode 9.
in the feels
Yeah.
organ. You know the feels organ,
The feels organ,
It's like right over here.
it's your lung, I think. But you know, this show all together, like watching it all together, it's fucking top tier. It's
And-
up there, like one of the best shows ever fucking made. Miniseries, whatever.
And it's like
one of the best ever
I don't know
made.
which one of you guys said it when we were watching. It's like it's one of those shows that's easy to binge just because
I said that. Yeah, it is easy to binge because
Yeah, that
we
was
finished
me.
we finished the first stop it. We finished the first episode and we finished.
we furnished it.
We furnished it,
We
dude, because I
furnished.
hated the
Put a-
fucking furniture in that fucking
Put a
first
couch
episode.
in there and everything.
As I always say, BT dubs. Okay. The furniture in that episode, totally not fucking time accurate.
Not feng
Didn't
shui, you know, that feng
appreciate
shui
it.
sucked.
You know, like that chair would totally not be fucking lit in the fucking 40s. Okay? No, but no.
Typewriter font, though. That's
When we
from the 40s.
finish
American typewriter.
when we finished the first episode, it's like you want to watch.
And that's the hard part. Like I don't. Like,
You
I'm
have
not-
to like limit yourself.
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
I can easily go home and tomorrow watch the rest.
Well,
of
you
it,
know what?
but I don't want to.
You know what they
Right?
really did really well too was that in the beginning you have the interviews with the real people.
thank you. Exactly.
Right in the beginning, you're like, oh, fuck,
Exactly.
this- and then it
And they
fucking
don't
rolls
tell
in.
you who
Because-
those,
No.
a lot of those characters
Well,
are
that-
until the last episode.
Yeah,
when
and
it shows their names.
that's what I liked about They Shall Not Grow Old because they did the same thing. I think Peter
But you
Jackson.
didn't see them though. That's the thing. That
I think
makes this
Peter
one different.
Jackson took a lot from Band of Brothers when he did They Shall Not Grow Old. I mean,
I like
It-
like actually seeing the characters because it kind of puts.
There was the one guy. He was real well put together. He had like the good hair.
Oh yeah.
He had the real nice glasses.
Well,
I'm
when
like,
you
I can
see-
see you as a lawyer.
When you see Marky Mark's brother's character,
Donnie Wahlberg. Yeah.
his ends up being Lieutenant Lipton.
Mm-hmm.
You see what he really looked like. You can tell that motherfucker was smooth as shit. Like
Yeah.
even his old age, he had his hair slicked back.
Yeah.
like,
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
dude! Look at you! Look
I'm
at
just
you!
right here, baby.
Macking the bitches back in the 40s. Look at
Shit,
you!
I paused this by accident.
But yeah, there's it was
No,
pretty
yeah,
good.
it's fucking fantastic. This is probably one of the best shows that has ever been fucking made.
It really is.
It really is.
And
That's when it comes to
and
war,
I will
man.
fucking die on that goddamn hill. And this, I have my favorite shows. This
I mean-
I can go back and rewatch and never be fucking bored. Never be fucking
it's-
uninterested.
It's one of those things too. When you watch it, you can kind of see new stuff.
It's
each
real
time.
shit.
Yeah.
It's real people, and I think that's what really gets you because this is some shit that really happened. Like you watching Game of Thrones, like this shit will hit you. Like certain episodes will hit you.
But there's dragons, so
but
it's
there's
not
dragons.
real
it's
life.
Not, it's
Dragons.
not real life. But
You
then,
don't believe in dragons.
but-
Well, what these people did
but
affected our lives.
what these people did was real. What they went through was real.
yeah.
Why are you kicking me? Oh, hey, look at that.
I'm sorry, it was unrelated, but my cap landed on my
It landed.
top and
It
it's-
landed up.
Oh, shit.
Like that. Look at that.
Why?
Look at that.
How the hell's that
I
happen?
I
don't
don't
know. Okay.
Okay,
let's
I thought
move
you
on.
were kicking
Yeah,
me
let's move
because
on,
I was talking
Not
too
me,
much.
but we're getting there. We do have to move on to the
Okay,
thin red line.
we'll
So,
talk
yeah.
about Thin Red Line. I don't have much to say because I didn't really watch it.
I did.
You watched quite a bit of it though.
I did, but it was last week, so
That's the only problem.
yeah. So I'm about
The
to.
only thing I'm gonna say is like Nick Nolte yells a lot and people stare at him.
God damn it, son.
That did sound like him a little bit. But it's kind of funny. So in Band of Brothers, there's a character, Joe Toy. I can't remember the actor's name, but he's also in like a Blue Bloods. I think he's on Blue Bloods also,
What's up, blood?
which also has Mark's brother.
Right.
Donnie
But-
Wahlberg.
He's also in Thin Red Line. He's the one that gets shot, and they're like, "We're gonna come back for you" or something like that.
Oh yeah. I
So
think
that's-
I even saw that.
So I was like, "Oh man, that's so neat." So let me go through the plot real quick, just
Are you gonna
because
read it from Wikipedia?
Skid it.
I'm going to.
Just get it,
because,
bro.
we watched it last week, so we could have done
It's
it
been a
last
while.
week, but we
I
did music
mean-
instead.
And
Yeah.
music took our life.
Music
that
takes
podcast,
precedence
you know what I
over
mean? So-
fucking movies because we're all music fans.
So it starts with Private Whip. He goes AWOL on one of the islands is Guadalcanal.
That's
Guadalcanal.
Jesus.
Guadalcanal.
That's
It is
Jesus
Jesus.
from
It's
Passion
Jim
of the Christ.
Caviezel. He's found. He got
He's also
found
in
by
Frequency with Dennis Quaid.
what's his face? Sean Penn. CN Penn.
Xian
Sion-
Pen.
who else was there with him? Because
The other guy. I don't remember the.
Fuck me neither,
I
man.
don't remember his name. Because he went AWOL, which is weird. Him going AWOL like that because I couldn't tell if this was like in the future or like the past. Because
Yeah,
That's what threw me
They
off.
didn't specify.
But you figured out later when he was like, "Hey, can I rejoin the unit?"
Yeah.
And the guy, I think it was Nick Nolte, it might have been the captain, the bald one who was like, who had the dude. Talk about dude dying in his arms.
yeah.
He was like, I think he asked him. He's like, "Yeah, you can come back."
Yeah.
The thing about Jim Caviezel, whatever his name is in this movie, he always had
Jesus.
that like smirk on his face.
He
You little
did.
smart ass,
Oh.
smart shit.
Like
you
he,
said that.
I think it was Nick Nolte, right? Isn't he Nick Nolte the one who he asked?
it might have been,
I don't
but
know. Whatever.
I don't think it was because I don't think Nick Nolte was with the group.
Was
at
up
the
there
time.
yet?
Yeah. So he's assigned to act as a stretcher bearer for the upcoming campaign, which was fucking rushing the mountain in Guadalcanal. The Men of Sea Company, 1st Battalion, 27th Infantry Regiment, 25th Infantry Division. Jesus.
Your beer is.
They're at a Guadalcanal, and their goal is to capture the Henderson Field and seize the island from the Japanese.
The Japs,
Block
as they
off the
call
route
them.
to yeah, they did. They got real. I mean,
They got real racist.
they got
I
real
mean,
racist, but it
it
makes
was
sense at the
accurate
time.
for the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
So there's so many like soldiers, and I'm looking at this, and it says Private Doll, Private Bill. Like I don't remember any of these fucking people.
There were so many of them.
There
man,
was.
So, like,
There was a lot of just
But
like
there's a
Band of
part-
Brothers. There was a lot of fucking actors in this.
But I've
goddamn
watched
movie.
Band of Brothers so many times, I know exactly which
Yeah,
characters were.
yeah, exactly.
But there's a part of this movie that I didn't get. I think I said something about it last time. Like it kept showing a flashback or whatever to the wife.
the wife.
And I could not tell whose wife it was.
That's
because
exactly
felt
what I
like
said.
Every character had
like,
the same flashback.
I'll tell you who that wife was. It was the one white guy's wife.
I'm like, they
That
all
makes
look the
sense.
same, man. I don't know.
It was the one white guy's wife.
So I guess before we get to the rest of it,
Well, she's the one that writes the letter in the end,
That leaves them.
like
Yeah.
the Dear John letter.
yeah,
It's that dude.
yeah.
I don't know what his fucking name is.
But throughout the movie, like
But-
I feel like it would be on one character, and then he would have that flashback or whatever to his wife. But I don't know. Maybe it's because it's an artistic film a
Yeah.
little bit.
It's super artsy.
But before they get to the island, Nick Nolte, who is a major, I think, or he's a lieutenant colonel.
I think he was a
wanna say
light
he's
colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel.
He was
Oh, yeah,
light
he
colonel.
was a light colonel.
Yeah.
He's
Because
on the boat with
John Travolta was a
one
He's a
general,
general.
one star.
One star.
Yeah.
He's a rear admiral.
Rear admiral. Run
So-
the rear.
So he was all ass kissing, like with John Travolta, because John Travolta's talking about, oh yeah, you're fucking that kind of guy.
I got
Yes, sir.
I got real confused about that
Yes,
because John Travolta is also in The General's Daughter.
Yes,
Also a good movie,
but
not a war movie.
before he's talking to
Do you need a beer?
John Travolta,
Yeah.
there's like kind of like this inner monologue with Nick Nolte where he's talking about all this bullshit he's had to do.
And I really like that because you see he's a dickhead and blah 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 when you're seeing him like in action with his fucking guys, but
he talks about what he's had to fucking do.
he's going through his own fucking struggles.
Kissing ass
with
shit.
all these motherfuckers. Even though it's like, man, that's on you, man. Like, really?
Like,
fuck that shit.
Later in the movie, he's talking about, like, this is my chance because I've never had to do shit like this before.
15
like,
years or whatever the fuck he said, and this is my first war.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to get that fucking star eventually. So this is how we got to fucking
And I know
do it.
you could see he's talking to John Travolta. He's like, this young ass motherfucker. Like, he's younger than me, way younger than me. And I'm answering
he's
to
a
this
general.
shithead. Like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then kind of John Travolta's kind of like dickish and like
He is.
disrespectful. Like doesn't even look at him in the face. He's just looking off in the distance.
Isn't that right? Isn't that right,
he
Colonel?
wasn't even acting? Haha. But
Isn't that right, Colonel? Yes, sir.
I don't know, John.
It's kind of big, man. Like, a lot of that shit's like, man, I'm just gonna
Fuck
be real with you,
you.
man. I'm not gonna fucking talk to you like, yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
But you know, like I had a when I was my first deployment, I had a flight chief, senior master sergeant.
Should we preface this by saying we're all in the military?
We've said it before.
We've
I'm
said
pretty
it
sure we said it
before.
last podcast.
We're not.
But I
We
had
are
a-
Venom.
I had a
Shit.
senior master sergeant, flight chief, my first deployment. He was senior master sergeant polite, just old black guy.
Light
He
was rude.
anytime like there was an officer, like anytime there was an officer, he
Stop
was
it.
so fucking like, oh yes sir, yes sir.
That shit is
yes,
so
sir.
weird to me, right?
Like he was so fucking like.
That shit has always been so fucking strange.
I get
to
about
me.
being like, yeah, all right, cool, you know, be fucking
Like, I'm not gonna be
professional
a
and all
dick
that.
You
crap.
know
to
what?
you?
You know, what it reminded me of? It reminded me
But-
of like a house nigga
Oh,
in slave days.
Wait,
Like, oh yes, oh my god, yes
fuck
sir.
that, man.
I'm not gonna. No.
You know, it's funny though. So this was 2009. About
gonna-
2012 when I
He
was
said it, not us.
when I was in the reserves.
You burped.
When I was in the reserves in North Carolina, Seymour Johnson, he was just in my unit. He was a chief at that point.
Really?
Oh no shit.
Chief Polite. And I was like, what's
Chief
I was like,
Polite?
Chief Polite, what's up, you old bastard? And I realized as I said it, I was like, oops.
Yeah.
And he kind of looked at me like,
You mother.
That was like during the morning meeting one time when Laporta was in there. It was right after I became an officer. And I was like, oh, what'd you go to OTS for? To learn how to become a fucking asshole?
but like just seeing this guy,
I was like, oh, I shouldn't have fucking.
just seeing this guy
we're
fucking
not, we're not
grovel.
by ourselves. I would have said that and been fine with it by ourselves, but they're, like time and place
Yeah.
type shit.
But there
It's,
was-
I get-
it's pathetic to me, man. Like,
is.
I
But
see
it
that shit. I
is.
remember seeing
I
that shit in
agree.
Afghanistan, dude. Like,
It's
my
like-
first time there, saw these fucking little lieutenants around these fucking generals
Mm-hmm. They're
that were just
babies,
like
dude.
trying to suck up so
They're
bad
such
to them.
little
I'm like, man, that's fucking pathetic.
babies.
That's so
I
pathetic.
got in
Like,
trouble because I
Captains
was,
and shit like.
when I was over there,
dumb
because
motherfuckers.
it's a safe base. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's the safest base in that whole AOR. Like, because that's where
That's what you think
transition.
until somebody who
into
calls
like
themselves
Iraq or
vengeance.
Afghanistan.
Yeah, yeah.
People in Iraq and Afghanistan, that's where they would go for R&R, like army folks. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
So there'd be a lot of like higher ups. Like we had the 4-star AMC commander, the 4-star ACC commander. We had like congressional staffers come in there.
Yeah.
So they'd always have us do like little spiels like what we do. So I'd always preview like a LOX converter. Like this is exactly what it does.
That was
I did
back
a-
when you were still E&E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did it once with it was the colonel. I don't know what he was. Might have been the group commander for our squadron. I was going over like LOX converter, and he's asking me questions. Like I was like, yeah. So when I'm still right there, he was like, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like saying yes sir. So he's talking to the fucking senior master sergeant Ply. He's like, he needs to be more respectful. Like blah blah blah. And Chief Ply, or not Chief. Well, he was Chief. He was like, oh my god, yes sir. Oh yes sir. I'll talk to him. Yes sir.
It's sickening, isn't it?
And I senior airman time, I'm like, the fuck is
Man,
this
fuck
bullshit?
You
this.
disrespectful little shit.
It's like in the morning meetings with fucking the one colonel who we will not name. He's Voldemort. And there was the one time I went into the morning meeting. It was when Sadie was still on the STP orders. or whatever.
5-0.
5-4. When she was on STP orders, remember? And I went instead of her. And he was like, hey, come sit next to me. Don't be nervous.
You're
And
gonna,
I was,
These
and
motherfuckers think they hot shit.
he's a lieutenant colonel. He's like, hey, come sit next to me. Don't be nervous. And I was like, I don't get fucking nervous.
Like,
I looked at him. I was like, I don't
You're
get
just
fucking.
a fucking person.
I was like, I don't get
they
fucking
think
nervous.
They have that rank where there's like,
Like-
oh yeah, they look at me and I'm fucking scary. Like
bitch,
like-
I'm not scared of you, motherfucker. Like,
I ain't scared of you. I'm scared of myself of what
Yeah.
I'm gonna react. You piss me
Yeah.
off.
it's like these days, man, I go like,
There was a couple times like he asked me why I didn't wear a morale shirt, and I just looked at him. I was like, I don't like morale shirts.
they're fucking stupid. Even fucking Chief Jesus didn't like
And
that shit.
Yeah.
and he was like,
They're bringing
he
it
didn't
back
know
now.
he didn't know what to
Really?
say. Yeah,
Stupid.
he didn't know what to say. He was just like,
It's like,
oh,
I don't
okay,
give a fuck if you're.
fair enough.
I go to the general's office and hey,
Hey,
Jeff,
motherfucker.
what's up,
Yeah.
Jeff?
I'm not
What's
gonna
up?
give a shit.
You gonna sign this shit or what?
Like, fuck you, man. Like, you're not better than me just because you're a fucking higher rank than me. I've been in a long goddamn time, bitch. You're not gonna fucking scare me at this goddamn, like, at this point, you're not gonna fucking scare
He's like,
me.
well, I've
But-
been in 6 times longer.
Well,
Help
he
me.
was old.
Please
he was
kill
old.
me.
Please,
So with
please
these,
just end it.
Let's go. Let's
with
move on
these,
to shit.
but
So
back
thin
to
red
this
line.
fucking.
Yeah, sorry,
this-
we got fucking distracted again.
Well, back to this Qatar thing. Like, one more thing about that. Like, so I give these little
Got a little time.
spiels
Got
to
a little bit of
whatever.
time. Yep.
So yeah, he fucking would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, sir," and it's fucking crazy. We'd have these like congressional staffers my age would come, and the fucking wing commander would be fucking like doing the same thing to them.
Sucking up to them.
Like this
Motherfuckers
fucking
damn,
like
man.
50-year-old like 2-star would be like to this 22-year-old like,
Oh my
yes
God.
sir,
Oh,
oh
yeah,
yes
yeah.
sir. Yeah, that shit like the whole
No,
like
I couldn't do
It
it.
gives you. I like seeing shit like
Inflated
that because
sense
it
of
gives you this
ego.
fucking perspective. Like, man, I don't want to be like you fucking
Oh, hell no.
pathetic motherfuckers. You know, like
yeah. But okay, so
that
back
inflated sense of fucking ego. It's pathetic to me.
It is.
It's like nobody's that goddamn important. I'm not gonna get tongue tied around you.
yeah. Fuck,
Like,
I mean,
if you don't fucking like me, you don't like me. I don't give a fuck about our goddamn position in this shit. Fuck
yeah, it's
you.
fucking
Like, honestly, fuck you.
I'll be cool with anybody, man. But you know, like not. I'm
Like
not gonna
our-
fucking
Our
take it
interim
at a line to like, oh, let me go to his extra.
let me
our-
fucking lick this guy's butthole
our
because he's so
interim
fucking
commander, you
I
know,
refuse to do that shit.
you don't want me to name names, so I'm not going to name names. Our interim commander, when our
Who,
other
the
commander,
creator He-Man?
yes,
I have the
when
power.
he was in charge, you know, like me and him are cool.
Oh, yeah,
we're
yeah.
we're cool peoples, you know, like we talk, we shoot the shit like constantly, but I'm not gonna fucking suck up to these fools. Like, y'all motherfuckers are the same age as me.
No.
Don't fucking come at me
A
stupid.
lot of them, man, I see like,
Like-
I got no interest in even talking to you. A lot of you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You like
Yeah.
that shit
I'm gonna
go
do
your
my
head,
own
man.
thing, man.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, let's go.
So back to the movie, they get to the island and they're supposed to capture. The next big thing is they're supposed to capture like a hill
That hill, right?
that has like the machine guns.
Because they're working their way up
falls-
the hill the whole time, and it's like,
So a bunch of them get killed, and
Yeah,
that's when the
that shit's
captain at the
bad.
time was like, "I'm not going to let these fucking people die because it's fucking pointless. We're gonna send all these people out. They're gonna get fucking gunned down, and then what? We're gonna be the same point, but with just like 25 less people."
he calls fucking Nick
Yeah,
Nolte.
he calls Nick Nolte like
Oh, that's
Nick
before I
Nolte's
started
like-
watching.
Nick Nolte's like, "You gotta go." He's like, "I'm refusing, sir. I'm refusing this order." And he's like, Nick Nolte's like, "What?"
He's like, I want to fucking go through the tree line or whatever,
Yeah.
and flank from the left.
And he's like,
He's like-
"I am gonna refuse that order."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm fucking coming down there," and blah blah blah. So he gets there and shit. The situation changed. I don't know what exactly happened that changed it.
By the time he got there,
position.
by the time he got there, he was like, I thought it was a fucking blah blah blah. And
Well,
he was like,
just changed.
it just changed.
I think it was just the positions of
Yeah.
like the enemy that changed.
But that shit was kind of bad, so because he's standing up there, you could tell Nick Nolte super heated, man. And then a fucking like explosion goes off right behind him. It didn't even phase him, dude. It's just,
That's how fucking, and that's how weird how like
That's just
he
how it
was
is,
so
though.
fucking narrow tunnel vision on
Yeah.
this shit because
He
he,
didn't
wants
even
that
notice
He was
all
fucking,
the shit.
he's
he
just
had.
trying to
that
satisfy
fucking
John
star.
Travolta.
Yeah, he wants that eagle basically. I think it's what
Yeah.
the eagle. He didn't want the star. He wanted the eagle.
Yeah.
So he gets there, and then they rush the hill. They get there. One guy gets shot, and they're like, "We'll come back for you."
They don't.
I don't remember if they did, but just because they kept going. So they're like, that's when they get top of the hill. They start killing people. There's fucking like these little fucking
it's
one
bad.
guy showed like Japanese guy pops up out of a fucking little hole. He gets shot. They drop a grenade, and they see another little fucking trap door. They open, throw fucking
Dude, a
grenade
lot
in
of
there.
those trap doors and holes were hard to see.
I know, right?
I didn't even recognize them until they opened them. I'm like, oh shit.
I feel like once you see one, you'll probably be able to tell.
It was rough to watch.
Yeah, then they get up there.
Because it's like, I brought it up when we were watching it the first time, like, damn, like, these motherfuckers could actually be friends.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for war, they could actually probably, like, get along.
I feel like
that's any war.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
any war, obviously.
But with the Japanese, it was a little bit different because they were so brainwashed by their emperor, Hirohito kind of shit. Like,
but I feel like even like the regular Japanese soldiers, like,
but they did. They were friends because they
didn't want this shit. They didn't want to fucking die. I mean, I know they had kamikaze pilots and all that shit, but
a lot of them though they did that. Like if the emperor said like die
for it.
But then in one of the, I think it was Flags of Our Father, there was a character. I think it was Ken Watanabe. Yeah, he was in that. And he showed him like in America because he was in the Olympics in L.A. as a horse dressage or whatever, and he was talking like, we were friendly, but the homeland calls, you answer because that's our mentality. Yeah, kind of with the Germans, same thing. Band of Brothers. Maybe next episode or two episodes from now, there's a guy from. He was in the German army.
Not grow old, like back in the fucking First World War. Like they even say it. Like,
oh yeah, they definitely do.
We could have just been friends.
Yeah.
At this point, like
the next episode of Band of Brothers, there's a guy, a German soldier, who is talking to Malarkey, and he was like, "Oh fuck, you're from the town right next to mine."
Yeah, I remember that.
Why are you here? And it's like the motherland called, and we answered. Like
that's insane to me.
Like,
and
we played you in fucking sports. Like
if it wasn't for like wartime, these motherfuckers could just have a goddamn beer. And just chill. You know what I mean?
Beers.
Like.
And that's what's kind of different about like the newer wars, like Afghanistan, Iraq. Like we're so different.
We are.
But are we?
I mean, we're still human and shit, but
yeah, we are. I mean, we're still human, so we're not that different. But the
culture is way different.
Like that's so different. Like
yeah,
but then also it is different, but it's also different because of what we've done. Like the whole Afghanistan in the 70s. Who knows where? Like you look at Iran.
That was us
before the Iranian Revolution. Like you look at Tehran. That shit was fucking New York City in the Middle East.
Iraq, same thing.
Before we fucking got in there and like, hey, let's fuck it up because we don't like this guy not giving us enough oil.
The Middle East was like flourishing before we got involved. That's fucking weird. God damn it. Yeah.
So back to this movie.
We're not going to get political here.
That's how it goes.
So back to this movie. So they conquer the hill. There shows a little like montage and like they're on top of the hill. There's a wooden structure. They're fucking shooting motherfuckers. They're killing everyone. Fuckers in the trees and shit.
That was an intense scene watching that shit. Like goddamn.
I think we're already at that point where did we pass the fucking Woody Harrelson death?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
So Woody Harrelson died before they conquered the hill.
Yeah.
The fucking grenade. The stupid. He even said it. Fucking rookie move.
The grenade got him. But you don't fucking actually see what happened. You don't see it,
like,
but... So they didn't show it?
It's effective.
They didn't show it.
It's effective, but you're kind of disappointed because you're like, God damn it, I want to see how much damage it did. Yeah. Obviously, it did enough damage to kill him. So he pulls the grenade to... what did he do? He pulled it to throw it, and he only ended up pulling the pin.
Oh, no.
Right? And he was like, oh, fuck. And then he jumped out of the way so it wouldn't fuck up his other fucking comrades, and it blows him up, but they only shoot from the like torso up,
so you don't see what happened.
So he's just like, oh, that's.
But
such
there's a
fucking...
part where he's like grabbing his fucking canteen, and you're like,
yeah, my butt's gone,
and he dies,
and he just slowly dies, and you're like, oh shit, and
that's when fucking Jim Caviezel's like, you see that smirk, like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I love death.
So yeah, they conquer the hill.
He's Jesus,
And fucking when they conquer the hill, that's when Nick Nolte has a fucking conversation with the captain who was like refusing the orders.
He's basically telling him like he's a piece of shit. Yeah.
Like,
you're too soft for this shit.
And I'm gonna give you a fucking purple heart and all these medals.
Purple heart for what? Like
for the scratch on his face.
And that's when the captain is like,
Are you?
Have you had
kidding
anyone
me?
die in your arms?
Right.
And you could tell, like Nick Nolte's like
He's been
fuck.
hardened at this point. Like he's been through this shit.
Yeah, that's
Because
definitely some shit that's like, it don't matter what rank you got, man. I'm
captain
motherfucker,
away.
nah.
because the captain was a lawyer.
Yeah.
So he's like, you can go, work for the judge, advocate general, whatever, blah blah.
Fair
and
enough.
then he's like,
but
have you ever fucking had anyone die in your arms?
because he literally did in the scene before.
Because because he had been in that shit. Because Nick Nolte hadn't been in war before.
Is it catching?
Now you're good.
So I think that kind of got him a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
He kind of got mad about that.
Yeah, I know.
Like
So-
he got called out.
So the next scene is
For real.
they're trying
For real,
to
for
they're
real.
trying to advance
You
more.
know, BT Dubs,
They're trying to
but-
advance more, and that's when
bitch.
they have like a little advance team with Jim Caviezel and the other dude.
I'm here for modernizing past
And
fucking things
The
happening.
other guy gets shot or something because I remember him floating out of the river, and that's when Jim Caviezel gets surrounded.
So what was up with that? So that dude just started like floating down the river. Like, bro, hold on to a fucking tree branch.
Yeah, bro.
Homie, what are you doing?
Oh, and by the way, there's a lot of crocodiles. They showed that. on
Yeah.
the fucking island.
Yeah.
It's like,
The
fuck that.
fuck?
Yeah, because Jesus was like, hey,
But I wonder, are they
Dude.
saltwater crocs? Because they never show them inland. They only showed them kind of when they're first at the island,
I don't know.
which would make sense because there's a lot of saltwater crocs in that. Like Australia has a lot of them.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones, the big scary
You
ones.
can't
that
do
kill
shit
sharks.
against
I
those
mean-
fuckers.
They're all
They're-
kind of scary.
They're almost like Nile crocodile
Yeah.
size, but fuck that. So yeah, Jim Caviezel, like he gets surrounded and he's like,
What the hell,
didn't,
man?
I didn't understand that because dude was just chilling there, fucking Moses like, in his little basket, right? On the fucking shoreline. Jesus goes off and fucking gets surrounded. What is this dude in the basket doing?
he got shot, so he's couldn't really
I know
do
he's
anything.
like fucked up, but like,
Trying to remember this shit.
dude, hold on to a fucking tree. Hold on to a branch. Hold
I'm
on
pretty
to
sure
a.
he probably fucking died.
He did, I think.
Yeah, most likely.
So Jim Caviezel's running back to warn him. He gets surrounded, and he's like, still got this stupid smirk, and he flashes back.
I think
to his
he just
wife
has
again,
that
and-
smirk. I think it's just
just his
natural
fucking
for him.
face.
It's just his face. It's
'Cause-
like
cause
like a fucking.
you better wipe that stupid
It's
smirk
like,
off your fucking face.
That's what the fucking Japanese said.
She's trying to get into, bro.
Japaneses.
So he's like Peter Petrelli in fucking Heroes. He just always has like a weird perpetual.
Petrelli.
He has like a
I can be
perpetual
your
fucking
heroes,
smirk on his
baby.
face,
Fucking.
and that's just because he's like paralyzed on one side. I don't know what Jesus' fucking excuse is.
So
but
yeah, he.
Raises that
So
shot.
in order to buy time for Fife to go
he
back
fucking
to
elbow
inform the
dropped
rest of the
him
unit.
right down the river.
So the guy in the river was going to float back down and warn them. So
Yeah.
Jim Caviezel
Jesus.
was going to drive away the Japanese, and he gets surrounded. Who demand he surrender? But he's like, "Fuck that!" He raises his wife.
It was like a minute of him thinking.
Yeah.
And then it's like, fuck it.
Raise up and get shot.
Oh, he did die, didn't he?
Yeah, he got shot up.
Jesus did die.
So after his
he
body's
came back in
recovered
3 days, though.
and buried by his squad mates, the company receives new commander, Commander Bosch, which is George Clooney. That's
I forgot he was in
the
it.
very end.
George Clooney.
I forgot he was in it.
I'm the dad, and the fucking this.
And after he
I'm
gets
the
there
mom.
for the very end of the movie, they are relieved and get back on the boat to go home. That's how it kind of ends.
And that's how it ends.
So the movie is about 2.5 hours long.
I can't boop my microphone.
It came out the same time as
Saving Private
Saving
Ryan,
Private Ryan.
99.
which is, I'm
98,
sorry, a
98,
far
98.
superior movie
It was.
in every way.
This
shape,
was
and
way
form.
more like artsy.
It was
You know
really
what?
artsy. So it's like
I'm not
if
gonna
you're-
say Saving Private Ryan was superior. I'm gonna say they were different. They were still wars, but they were
Different.
different.
They
different.
were different,
So
but I
it's-
enjoyed Saving Private Ryan
It's
more.
like watching the Virgin Suicides and watching Mean Girls. Same shit. Different types of fucking movies.
I appreciated Thin Red Line a lot
Virgin
more this
Suicides
time.
is weird.
I love that movie.
I appreciated Thin Red Line a lot more this time around than I did 15 years ago.
yeah.
I
I've
feel
never
like that
watched
is a
it.
movie that, as you age,
Yeah.
you would, because I can see
You'd
myself.
appreciate it more.
I've only seen it. That was the only time I watched it because I thought I'd watch it, but
I've never seen it.
but-
Same.
But the one I
Same.
watched was the Bruce Willis like Hearts War or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
some bullshit like.
Tears of the Sun.
Tears-
Yeah,
Sun,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's it.
I love that movie. God damn it, it's so good.
I was gonna say Wind Talkers.
But like,
Wind Talkers is also a good movie.
So yeah, I'd never seen it, but like, I feel like if I'd have watched this movie when I was like 18, I'd been like,
You wouldn't have liked it.
Fucking bored.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I wasn't bored this time because there's parts of it where I'm like,
Okay.
come
All right,
on,
that's a
let's,
lot.
let's get to it.
It's
like,
long.
It shows it was.
But yeah, that's
A lot
the
of these
thing.
war movies are
That's
long
the
as
thing.
fuck
It's like
regardless.
there's a difference in like filming style, cinematography. Like I said,
It depends on
it's
your
like-
style.
It
It's
does.
like comparing the Virgin Suicides with Mean Girls. They're both about teenage girls growing up and having experiences.
But one of them ends with all the girls killing themselves.
One of them ends with a bunch of like a lot of suicides.
Saving Private Ryan, because
Fantastic movie. It
We
is
had
more
this-
action packed.
me and my friends
is.
had the same conversation. We watched the same fucking movies back in the day when they first came out. You know, Saving Private Ryan, of course, was on our number one because
Yeah, of
the
course.
action.
Everybody
Yeah.
Because
loved
of the
that
fucking
movie.
action.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. Fucking Thin Red Line. Oh, it's slower. Okay.
I've never
whatever,
seen
cool.
this movie,
And
and,
then
I still can't say I've seen this movie.
It'd been so long since I watched it, since before this last time. Then I was like, damn, yeah, this one is really artistic.
It is artsy.
I like it, man.
It is
Like,
artsy.
It really grew on me because it's kind of like
I enjoyed what I saw.
it's like
of
Dances
it.
with Wolves. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
love Dances
it's
with
kind of like that movie's
Wolves.
long as fuck, and it's kind of slow, but it's
but
fucking
it's
great.
beautiful.
But I will say this about
Dances
this
with
one
Wolves
though.
is beautiful.
It's artsy, but I feel like there's some things that shouldn't, like, I want the rawness of it. Like,
like Platoon.
this shouldn't be
Platoon
artsy.
was
like,
also artsy,
but I feel like this,
but it was
they're
really
trying to
raw.
like make you connect with how these characters are and all
Yeah.
that shit. And it's like,
So
I
the one
honestly,
thing-
there's so many I don't care about each individual. I care about the unit and what actually happened to them.
One thing I can say that I didn't really appreciate is that the Japanese opponents,
Warriors.
people, whatever, the soldiers, the Japanese soldiers, they didn't even get subtitles. So we were dehumanizing Japanese.
I
the
did.
Japanese already from the beginning. We weren't even subtitling them, so we weren't even trying to understand what they were fucking saying. So
What if they
that
were just
was-
trying to put it from a perspective from the American side?
Yeah, I think
And-
that's what they're
and
doing.
that-
And that's the artistic part.
and that's-
Yeah, you know what I
and
mean?
that's all well and good.
And that's how I see it.
However, there wasn't just one side in this fucking war.
Yeah, but when you're on one side, it is only one side in this fucking war.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it's hard for us to
it's
put in
not,
perspective though,
though.
because we weren't there. But if you grew up in that time period and you get it, like Pearl Harbor gets attacked, like there's no we didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't really fuck with Japan. They just kind of attacked us unprovoked. So
Yeah.
you're thinking in your mind at the time, like, I don't give a
Like,
fuck about these Jap fucks.
I understand that I'm imposing like my modern thinking on shit that happened in the 40s. However, they were still fucking people,
That's how I see it.
and
But in war like that,
It's kind of from a perspective of
Like, I
the
get-
one side. You're either
I
on the
get the-
Japan side or the
I
American
get
side.
the dehumanizing
You know?
factor. Like you're dehumanizing the other side. It's a little strange to me.
Don't you
Even-
kind of have to do that though?
Even Clint Eastwood was like, "Nah, dude, we're gonna do something different, bro."
but with a war like
'Cause it's
that,
war,
where
man. How you gonna kill the
it's
enemy
not
if
even
you
just
can't do
war
that?
because I mean we were in war for 20 something fucking years, but for those people like who were killing the Japs, dehumanizing them, they were also getting attacked by the Japs. So
No,
it's different from us. It's different for us to like look at it from the other outside.
From our modern
80 years
perspective.
later, like
I
say,
get that.
why
I
are we
get that.
dehumanizing? But those people that were there, like
I get that, but then
they were the ones getting snuck up behind by the Japs.
So
and-
I think
I say
I
Japs
think I.
like super fucking
God damn
racist.
it!
God damn it!
I
What year is this?
I get that, but then you look at fucking movies that are based in Germany, and you still get subtitles. You always get subtitles, even though they're fucking Nazis.
But
They
is
were
that part
killing
of-
Jews. They were fucking.
I mean, is that part of the
transporting
artistic choice
Jews.
of this movie, though?
Yeah.
Like,
And
making
it-
it look
That's a
like
choice.
It might
though.
have been it was chosen to make them look like savages. It was
which is
chosen
how they
to
were
make,
portrayed back in
and
the day.
that was how they were portrayed. But you look at every fucking World War II movie, every German person has subtitles. Why is that?
because they're white.
But I kind of feel
Yeah.
like that shit is like following suit of what the main thing is. Like if this director, like I want to do it this way to show a certain thing, it's like then fucking do it that way.
But
man.
you can't really just like judge how all Japanese were treated based off this movie, because this is the only movie I can think of where
don't get me wrong. I'm Korean.
it's only
I'm Korean. I'm not sympathetic towards the Japanese at all based off what they did to my fucking people. However, if we're going to allow the Germans to have a fucking voice during World War II movies when they were fucking persecuting and executing and torturing and experimenting on millions and millions, 14, 15, 16 millions of people and putting them in concentration camps, then we should do that for fucking Japanese people.
Well, I'm just
too.
saying.
I don't think so. I think it all depends on the director.
Yeah, that's
however he wants to interpret like his fucking.
My thing is
visualization of the
it's
thing.
just this movie. Like I can't think of any other movie that's done this.
No.
So it's just this one director. So I'm not gonna like
Fair.
look at it
That's
like this is
fair.
how it's
Like,
all
exactly
generalized.
what I'm saying.
Not
Like-
all generalized for all Japanese. It's just
Yeah.
this one movie. And I'm sure there's somewhere out there World War II movie where the Germans aren't subtitled. Maybe, I don't know. But it's just this one movie. So
It's easier to subtitle white people, though.
maybe, I don't know. But
Just saying.
but it's just this one movie. So it's
Yeah.
not like if it were like a series of like 10 movies or 5 movies where they don't do this for the Jap. I mean, like you said, Clint Eastwood made a version of
Iwo
World War.
Jima,
Yeah.
Flags of Our Fathers. And I appreciate that. And I'm like, oh, I like that.
Yeah, but you
That
know what?
he-
Clint Eastwood
that he
stacks those zipper
humanized.
heads 5 feet high.
I like that he humanized the Japanese army because at the end of the fucking day, they're still like goddamn people.
And that's what I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean?
Like,
but
it's one director's artistic version of what he wants to do with the Japanese. So I can't really. I mean, you can fault the director and the movie,
I can fault the director, and I will.
but
can,
but
but-
to like not
I
to
will.
not to
Ew, it's his
generalize
vision.
not to generalize all
Yeah.
World War II movies.
Since I've been
because-
called Japanese, I don't know how many goddamn times in my life. I will fault the director. I think it was a tasteless choice.
And you know, sometimes I watch movies online.
I think it was a tasteless choice.
Not necessarily Japanese movies, but sometimes what's the one I watched? It was Uncharted. I watched it online. So there's a lot of parts where they're in Spain. And like, I don't know if it's because I watched it online, but they didn't subtitle it. So I'm watching it like, what the fuck are they? I can get bits and pieces,
Yeah.
but I'm like,
I hate it.
What the fuck
I
are they-
hate it.
that's the part about watching like, pirated shit online. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're
fucking
saying.
hate
That's how
it.
it goes.
I hate it.
But yeah, it's one movie. I can't think of any other
just
movie.
thought-
He didn't direct that many movies.
No, he didn't. Seven.
That's
Seven
why,
total.
because he was a racist. Fuck,
I
fucking,
think that he just it was tasteless. Even in We Were Soldiers with the fucking Vietnam.
Yeah, but again, I see that as like that's different directors, man. Like this is
It
time of
is.
war. I would have kind of, if I was trying to go for a visual where it's like I'm trying to get you in the perspective of
the people there.
the people there and
So-
the enemy.
So yeah, okay. So the enemy in World War II was mainly the Germans.
I mean, depends on your
Why are
theater.
we-
Depends where you're at.
But Germany
Really?
didn't attack America.
They didn't. They killed millions and millions and millions of fucking people.
So Japan, man, they fucking
They did.
rape of Nanking and the Koreans, and
They did.
they
Don't think I don't understand that. But if we're gonna fucking pay respects to fucking Germans,
I mean, that's
and
it's like you
Nazis?
said, it's the director's
It's like I said,
artistic.
different
why are
fucking-
we not fucking doing the same for fucking
Different
Japanese
directors.
people?
Like I said, it'd be the same if you do everything
Even
the same.
in that show that I'm
it'd
watching,
be like the music.
Pachinko.
It'd be like the music industry doing the same shit, like what we were talking
Even
about
that
earlier.
show I'm fucking
What are they
watching
doing?
Pachinko.
What are they doing right now in the music industry? Same names for the same fucking people because everybody's trying to do it the same.
It would be like a fucking movie about Spain taking over Mexico and them just not giving Mexico a voice.
If the director wants to do it that way, it's just the way they want to do it.
But that's never happened.
But it can.
But it's never happened.
But it can.
But it's never happened.
But it can, and it might.
I'm gonna do it just because.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's I totally get it though.
I mean,
like,
I understand.
looking at it at the lens from where we are today, like why
Why
would we like do
from
this?
a lens like where I'm at? Like, I'm sorry, but Asians have been disrespected throughout the years.
Yeah,
And we're continuing to be disrespected throughout the years. Just now, we're gaining respect in media. For me, this movie spoke to the disrespect of Asians fully. And this is an Asian community that fucked my Asian community. I don't like that. And I think that the fucking director was disrespectful for the way he treated fucking Japanese people in this movie. Even knowing and even having the history of my family with Japanese people.
I kind of just look at it like, I get it. I get what you're saying. I totally understand it. But it's
same here.
The director's preference. And I think to do it in this movie the way they did it is to kind of show that the people there at the time didn't think the Japanese were people. They thought they were mongrels who attacked us for no reason.
I understand that.
I think that was the point of them doing that.
I understand that.
That's how I saw it.
And I honestly, because I watched a lot of anime, I heard some of the words that they were saying. I was like, I understand what they're saying.
Yeah, me too.
But
you see where I'm coming from, though.
I do.
I mean, I do too. But
I get it. But to me, it was more like.
But I feel like you're fucking taking what I'm saying and diminishing what I'm saying.
I'm not diminishing it. I'm just like explaining what I see.
I feel like that though.
Again, a feeling like that's not what I'm saying. I do see both sides, but I do see the artistic aspect of it.
I mean, because I'm trying to think of other movies where I know there's other movies where they've done that, not necessarily war movies, but to try to put you in the perspective of the
heroes.
Well, not even heroes, because I've seen it where I think of the movie Wreck. Quarantine was the American version.
Yeah.
So there's a part in the movie, Spanish movie, where they're in their apartment complex. There was an African couple. Takes place in Madrid. And they're trying to figure out like where everyone's at. So they're talking to the I think whatever, African, Nigerian, whatever, and they're talking to them, and it would show them the African couple try to like speak to them.
There's so many different ones here.
They're speaking.
Hold on.
They're speaking like Spanish poorly, and it shows them like the husband will talk to the wife trying to say some like. Doesn't show what they're actually saying, translating it, but my interpretation of what they're saying is like, how do I say this in Spanish? Blah.
In Wiener.
Yeah, exactly. So it's more one of those things where it kind of reflects the main character of the story. Like, so
no, I understand the viewpoint of the main characters of the story.
Like you're supposed to be
You're supposed to sympathize with the
main
main characters of the story.
So you're not supposed to know what these people are saying.
I get that because you're not supposed to look at them as equals to you.
I mean, they're your adversaries and shit like that.
I get that.
So.
I understand that.
But
even in war movies, how often does that even happen?
Maybe it's happened more. I don't know. I've never seen a war movie before.
I don't know.
I've never seen not one war movie.
I got my point across. You got your point across. You got your point across. Let's end it because we're at 123.
So let's rank this effer. I'm going to give this because it was long.
I'll give it an 8.
And it was long, and because it was almost, I don't want to say too artistic because that's kind of a stupid, like, subjective thing. It was long and it just wasn't my cup of tea for a lot of it. Like once the action started, I'm like, okay, this is cool. And then like the dynamic of Nick Nolte, like his ass, like
he just screamed the entire time.
Well, he's like whole like ass kissing because he wants to fucking. He's been there for so fucking long.
Shit.
Yeah. That part was cool, but then there's a lot of it, like the whole flashbacks with the wife, and then like I was confused about Jim Caviezel's
the wife
character.
threw me off. I did like the Nick Nolte shit. I kind of wish they did a little more with it.
Yeah, because it
Because
just
it was
ends.
just in that little
and
point.
it, like once
Like,
George Clooney shows
satisfy
up,
the shithead.
that's the end of it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff in it where I'm just kind of like,
Just waiting for it to end.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it 6.5.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
What'd you give it?
I gave it an 8.
And also like you look at it like I compare it to Armageddon, Deep Impact, Ants, A Bug Life. Those movies that come out the same fucking time.
Saving Private Ryan.
Same,
at the
yeah,
same time,
because and
it's just not as good.
Whereas I see this movie is all right, it's good. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a terrible movie. It's all, but it's to me, Saving Private Ryan's the
In a
superior
different lane, you know.
The superior in the
We
it is
give
a different
Nazis
lane.
voices, but we don't give Japs voices.
I just think Saving Private Ryan is a superior movie. Like
They had great action.
They
dude.
really
Saving
did.
Private Ryan had great action.
and both movies had a 700 trillion fucking famous people in it.
Yeah.
It's
True.
kind of
Which
like
is fucking nuts.
because I feel like you had to choose. Like, all right, who's gonna? The directors, Steven Spielberg and this director, like, I choose my first pick, Tom Hanks, and this one's like, I choose fucking Jim Caviezel.
It's like they had a
We'll
lineup
go
of
with
people.
Saving Private Ryan because it's all white people.
I mean, there's no black people in it. I don't know.
One,
Vin Diesel's in it. He's black.
That's true.
kind of.
That's Dom.
Dom.
This is Dominicano Toretto.
I mean,
That's his whole name, dude.
damn.
Dominicano.
Dominicano Toretto.
Oh shit!
All right, let's end the shit.
All right, let's do this.
All right, boop.
So yeah, we did this movie. We did episode 1 of Band of Brothers. And the
So
Thin
next
Red
week
Line.
is going to be what?
Well, next week you guys have. Oh, you don't have drill next
No,
week.
we don't have
Oh
drill.
yeah, because you have Mother's Day's next weekend.
Yeah.
Mother's Day.
So it'll be second episode of Band of Brothers and the next movie.
What is the next movie?
I don't know.
Shit, I tell you, look
I have
on the
the
fucking
list.
whiteboard, but
Yeah.
I don't,
The list
it's not
is-
on there.
The list is over there. We'll get back to you guys next week. You'll figure it out. It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a good movie. And episode 2 of Band of Brothers. That's
What the fuck is it?
That's what I'm really looking forward
Now it's
to.
going to bother me.
It's gonna be Band of Brothers episode 2.
Band of Brothers episode 2 and a movie.
Oh shit, I don't. All right, it's over. I gotta pick.
I'm the same way. I got to pee so fucking bad.